Hello everyone, welcome back to Changfied YouTube channel, your trusted. Today we have three very important. First, we'll talk about civilian in Magwi County were assaulted by security officer for speaking on the radio. Second, in Central Equatoria, senior government official were suspended over an alleged illegal land sale. At last, we'll talk about national level, the political situation between President Salva Kiir Mayardit and by President Dr. Riek Machar remain tense, highlighting why national elections are critical. These stories are all they show the challenges South Sudan face, citizens speaking out, corruption in government, the need for democracy, and before we proceed with these latest updates, please the channel by subscribing, turn on the notification bell so whenever we upload a new video you can be. Let's begin with our first Magwi. Our first top story comes from Magwi, Eastern Equatorial State. Recently, a man named Young Godfrey Okech spoke on Voice of Freedom 93 local radio station, and Lodion Godfrey Okech called during a live program and politely asked the security forces or security officer to move roadblock away from residential areas so civilians would not face tension or harassment. But after his comment aired, security officers tracked him down, arrested him, and assaulted him. He was taken to a local police station but later released without charges. This incident shocked citizens and journalists alike. The Union of Journalists of South Sudan, UJOSS, condemned the attack. Its president party yet said this is a clear violation of the Constitution Article 24, which protect freedom of speech, and he warned that action like this intimidate citizens and discourage them from using media platform to speak out. Civil society group also spoke out. Enmun Yakani, director of the Community Empowerment for Progress organization, called this assault a serious abuse of power and a threat to civic freedom. Enmun Yakani urged authorities, including Governor Los Lobong Lojo, to hold officers accountable. Why is this important? Because citizens must be able to speak freely. Radio program exists to give people a voice. When a civilian is beaten for speaking on the air, it undermines democracy, human rights, and the rule of law. Observer also noted that the National Security Service Bill of 2024 made the situation worse. It gave security officers broad power, including arrest without a warrant. Many South Sudanese fear that these powers are sometimes used to intimidate citizens rather than protect them. Think about it. If ordinary citizens cannot speak freely, how can a nation grow? Freedom of expression is not crime. Attacking civilians for speaking out put all South Sudanese, not just the person. This story is a warning to leaders. Citizens must be protected, not silent. One of the citizens have the right to speak. Government have the duty to protect these. Let's move on to Governor Majung suspend official of land sale. Now we move to Central Equatorial State, where Governor Rabi Majung Emmanuel has taken bold step against corruption. According to the report, 3 senior officials were suspended for allegedly selling government land illegally, Naib Malakal, from residential area in Juba. The officials suspended are Angelo Daya Lodu, Governor Advisor on Peace and Security. Second, Taban Clement Oliver, the Deputy Secretary General of the State Government. And third person is Hugo Aurelius Shishim. He is a technical advisor for communication and public affairs. Governor Mujung also created a state investigation committee. This committee job is to check ownership documents, verify who approved the sale, investigate procedural violations, identify officials responsible. The committee is expected to complete its work in 7 days. This is a strong signal that the government is serious about transparency and accountability. Citizens are watching closely. People want leaders who serve the public, not their personal interests. Corruption has been a major problem in South Sudan for many years. Legal land sale, misuse fund, and abuse of public office have hurt ordinary people. Governor Mujung action show that wrongdoer can be held accountable even in high positions. Residents of Juba and observers across the country have welcomed this decision. Many say this is a step in the right direction to rebuild trust between citizens and government institutions. Well, accountability matters. Corruption must be fought at all levels. Citizens of South Sudan deserve leaders who act fairly and protect public resources. Then move on to Presidents Salva Kiir Mayardit and Dr. Riek Machar. Finally, we will discuss the political situation at the national level. Let's start. Dr. Riek Machar, the first vice president, is currently on trial in Juba along with 7 others. They are accused in relation to clash in Nasser, where Nur Y Army civilian and SSPDF sold their fort, resulting in many deaths. Dr. Riek Machar's supporters argue that this trial is politically motivated. They say the conflict was misunderstanding between soldier and civilian, not a deliberate attack. Meanwhile, many South Sudanese citizens and some politicians like Nial Deng Nial are calling for national election. They say elections are the only way to move, give citizens freedom and prevent another civil war. So Nial Deng Nial recently formed his own party. Call it talk about why President Kiir citizens of South Sudan to elect their own leader 2026. Say that Kiir is consolidating power. Well, President Salva Kiir is urged to follow the twin. This agreement is fully implemented. If fully implemented, allow national election to take place, giving the people the chance to choose their leaders. Without election, South Sudan risks returning to conflict and instability. Ordinary citizens need peace, security, and freedom. Elections are not just politics, they are paths to stability, future where citizens can live. South Sudan cannot afford another civil war. Every day in election, every politically motivated, every delay, like I said, every political motivated trial increase the risk of violence. Whenever the election is delayed, people that can take up arms against the government, because it seems like this is a way of silencing the voice of the citizen. The voice of citizen must be heard, leader must act responsibly, and peace must be prioritized. The future of South Sudan depends on election, adherence to the peace agreement, and protection of citizen freedom. Leader must listen and act. Yo lat kone me right kon katin kon talat korod an akan kono niam LRTT original mi jiram jidit gwasme de subscribe kade notification bell de jetwany de let kon lat ka gwasme ka Changfied YouTube channel de kan cham abana je to ka jawo niam ke ka le niam ko jawo niam ban gwasme ban recommend ci to ka Magwi Torrential Eastern Equatorial State Equator ka ler mishano ki report mishano gwasme chala de gwanu ne take wood Michel young Godfrey Okech yen characha ka radio Michel ke voice of freedom cherami aram rach jom ung ka jom lor lo teram de jitich de man gwana jendere jalal voice of freedom 93 FM jene local radio station millenniating kontla community tin mite mishush kala kan jodin la kanat Dion Godfrey Charwach live program kajan Charwach lightly omogwa tieje security officer ki de nyitinten winami ko de kan tika tichi kan gala de dom ni kan de kontla de ni la road block kan galat goten konan tiek dor ki residential areas agwan mi Machar ka de latin ka road block ka tisha na jaga jajel la kan kalet dong bala de dop no yo mi she bali yo baji do ke shi le cross kuje baji do je kan de ni ko shi kan kan non gwa da na tiji wi tikatin di Dion Godfrey me chu right ke radio ba ko chermana na tikana ko che message YouTube ko tike je che laro no dera gwano de netin kontila de ni de kan road block netin konan tiek residential area ke gota kon shing naten de kan kawo ko shi ci ji kuma kan netin kontila civilian shi kan de la gwach kamniken ko ngai kone kan de kontila de ni kuma la let la dep kana so baji de ba dor ba la pinchang mission dong ba mo ke ngat ke ba mo ke bi me dar me tod na mishanen mi she bel ba la no jin ci der ci de la ci kum ci de la jeng na me adopt ni jen so ko kuje mo shi lo Dion Godfrey che la dun wona na era gwano de kume era ke road belong to jen jowe dani ci tu ka lieng de ni ka je na mo ka radio station angure te ka live ko yon udeni kontila ini SSPDF ki security officer and gwasamo ken de ni SSPDF chukan ka jak wad dan te garmati tin men yorotin chwa wadan te tin chwa chu de ni wa ka chwa jo keb no gwad dan yorotin do chu kana duet ka don mi dire long ka chu kana yen a charge nanka local police station wada waje duetin no but ka kore me chi kana duet kan chu kana ulun ba ngatel charges ti kan la no chara me charge chai ki kuje me alana me chene tu ngwan che ka shock ki chi ka ga ka mana ni shi wada lat e journalist ni bono no changa ke je jen do bran changa na je ka je kuma shi muktab ki union dung journalist ni dial ko so kan mishit kana me shi kana condemn kala no mi je ka lung shi magwa ki kana kwet achiram dan la queer union of journalists un mishala part ko yet la do ne me ajane clear violation ka transitional constitution jane yer ngon me dan e cha yapin article 24 ka ngone ka an article mo wa chene dial chaga kamlo ar kam shal ke freedom of speech and order and there de dera jalat mite mongong ke te michuja dara benyal shekana kula do nena ne kontela journalist union kanina me jeka long jaka wo chinetin kontin la citizen chicken jordan chicken blood be citizen be ka discourage ko chang michu ke chang mongong chicken burai ko run bideni ben baji be ka baji doj ka do me bang mi shajen to mnyono kwa jordan ke kwa voizen kwa je silent ne kontela security officer bishit kana me cha loko long ke chiang mi choro lo ka South Sudan chiram kel min la civil society group Edmund Yakani, director of the Community Empowerment Progress Organization. Mula roi ka queen na dan wo chana de cheng jek jen kela do men chala da deni mishale a serious abuse of power. A year long kadu. Jinti ka long ti ka power, you have all the power. Bijo use against innocent civilian. No. Ne ti roi niken ko te mi be ban men kana. Ano wa kuma jogo no woje road block there la Riek kami shikana shuling they can show woni jama they can kalat go the con they can kalaten instead chagu inja kan dini no na me Riek chaga gudla ne tije to mi chidda na mani in mun yakani che ne to content wini mi chaga jogono de yen officer men chimi jek chelat men chiram me shi go dora ka che jodo ko chelaro de road block they can moved away from residential area wa gorga jen orama mo de je tej kamot jang men ede and I'm sure me compared to me to agree which bore chi coronen me shi date jaman dit me di de long you threaten lola dia barakati je ka yo no ngun yo neten kone ja ko ke red bell group kan me kenu kan ga an gwada mi yongo kwanga long den cho gwe no dara man di dara janak la tuma mach a cha yen pan and ram shinamo so jan tam shit kan malat ke me gwada me sha freedom of expression charge gor Kajan dan togre wika South Sudan by the way she gwakel one example me to bianga no it is across South Sudan as well cause janta dan len ngwaru din kejan so mi shedam na mani gore jeno de na de ka jako de ka raja lor o tidial wa telem bubu gwa mela na kula jogo no citizen raja mi te mi jeng mi shanen mi shile wo raja mo yo baylo do ni ji bakula gwa ide government raja kuma jen raja mi te mi ngonge ka jenete ga te sensitive information they shall be lat it go road block is very simple they should be removed ko na mene way mi kwa gore ku ka dab na a chala do na me jega long men chala national security service e chong a gore jeno de mo de yen a jo mo cha jalat am dan chala mun yakane a chana ben gwasa me ka wudi chalga governor mo jung Governor Majung jen kwar ka Central Equatorial State jen Governor Rabi Mujung Emmanuel jen wache ne ti corruption je lat je ko kumede kane to la tre senior official telet ka jekel taladu chicken mun chicken ko chicken mun kume chicken ko ka changach gwada chal ka hay malakal ka juba a prime residential area re wiki juba kan official in kone charge un michel ka angelo daya lodu charge jene governor advisor foinde on peace and security angelo daya ladu charge ja kwermidi chata ban clement oliver charge deputy secretary general of the state government ba kwermidi awugo aurelio shishim charge by technical advisor for communication and public affairs. Nedeti keneti wa chicken munti kana kwa kachangach legally. Ashi governor Mojung ejulada no nene by investigation by jela de chana cheka kwany. Ya committee cheka kwany kan committee titene wala diene wo bi ken neten kono te kamon kene de kontin lado ne me munden kan wargane ken bi ken ka kona cheka nyam. No me dungra la to nyok wa bikan ga ber fight no anga mo komun no nyok investigation ne balat investigate procedural violation mite ko mon mishayar mo kan follow up ba dil gorno ba gorba ka ba ramadan en let mishit me ba dil gor to kan committee ti ga de char la da kan no chi kan ga gor ko de gorno en dum mon me de je woj ai kon diare wi ka South Sudan de ne kan de content la nama la match but kan me wa ka government official kan mun jigana kwa ko bi ka duwar bi kan jektin dai wo je jen mo ka ka tana we ka ku adit president kir kan Dr. Machar was me ka jo chalat ka jeno Dr. Machar la first by president kan kir mi yade de ga nyoko millet ken kel Dr. Machar jen first by president ka jen kwer kuma spelayo cha yen kan ne dangbaro ne ka jen ay joke dan ko Riek Machar yan ga jega ndang rod bakkel ka pay jok me cha ja gwanya no ne te konte shiko to ka nasser alan wayami billion te ci yit ke SSPDF to dire wate ke tetten ka gwade da ne to kortin kan ne konte lanwer wayami gakton ke di ne SSPDF tele di ne asfela yo tele ka tetten ka tele Dr. Machar tele tetten acha Dr. Machar te jeno der right ke di ni ka ko de ni ka te wen mi bako de kan kor me de kan re ke de na de kan ka ne te ko ne shikan mi Riek Machar chono no de je facilitate then after that Dr. Machar chala shi ne kon la support ka la no na me political motivated wo be dan yan ka je ajen mi te ka jen tama gwalok o ka je ka mi jeng mu kana lat pat ci korche to kam civilian wa mi shene me wa look kim yadit ka jen wo betek kin kwar mi balat shi wuda nyal de nyal ba wa samene ta da ne ci right ka je chala da no gwayno de national election de jelat nyal de nyal ci oro mo ka par do dien South Sudan Salvation Movement ñu da no jene boko kuma kirm yadit jene ci kirm yadit do ci jaba no ci kirm yadi te gono te ka national election mi de lat mi ci tam to ben be jak stane jena mon she chuong yala do no kir gor jeno der lo ka man dob dana gorke so ne di albore wi ka South Sudan woni ka citizen lat kan no Riek Machar de logn e mal de je chulat so mal mi kana ko la den by election ba je la didi wa South Sudan ce de gwano de ko lo re ko ne meni kor wa che gwalon South Sudan ce de nyogolo kasibul wo da gwano de kim yadi dar mal dara jenok Riek Machar dara jelun de na wo ka 2018 peace agreement ne da ne shatan der dia de ko de kan la de la let permanent constitution de tu the unification of de nyogom to ka de dia la content te ka gaf de ka ya ka ideality ka tungo te kanalat jen me kwa kirim yadi kwa le jugono normal on mal gorno bi aler ke le Dr. Machar ko jen do dan bi mal be ben ke jen so mi chicken me amil harode mi kan kim yadi kana ko no gono bug let kel kan Dr. Machar tele mi shal kema jo me jen jo dan gono de nyaka yekel ban nyo je kale rodien ka Changfied channel gono jin bi subscribe ko bi notification bell bi jetwan ko tem ci bare be chamala shubekeji